Yes, and hello, I'm Darthleon, and welcome to another session of Metaphor ReFantazio. Happy New Year, everyone! It's like the 3rd of January, and Happy New Year. Last time, we basically cleared everything we had to do around town. We're just going to actually, progress the story starting from today. So, before I closed off the game, I did one of these.
What do you think?
So, when asking about town activities or something,
So, hey,
anyways, they told me to speak with this lady. I don't remember what I did. So, yeah, basically that's why I saved looking at this lady, so that we actually go and speak to this lady before we leave.
what are you playing at?
Please refrain from speaking to me. I'm trying to concentrate and cannot afford petty. Well, an elder with a very companion. You must be the fool who thinks he can defy the tribe's legacy and take the throne.
What?
Okay, apparently I did her voice too close to Gallica, so now I'm going to have to go to Gallica and bring the lady back up. Thanks. I'll take it you don't sugarcoat anything. Who are you exactly? A fine question. I'm a chef who once served His Royal Majesty, otherwise known as the Queen of Cuisine.
Whoa.
That's quite the title. I've lost the voices. I cannot do either of them now because they're too close to one another. Once I actually speak with other people's voices, I can get Gallica back. But that's quite the title. Though you must have some serious skill to make food for royalty. I think you don't work here anymore. I do not. If I could choose a king to save, I'd want a true gourmet of very fine palate. But by the looks of you, I'm sure your taste must be pedestrian. Hey, Road! For your information, we collect all our own ingredients, and we're getting pretty good in the kitchen.
Eh?
Indeed. I wonder then if you could make a dish to satisfy me. I am to cook something to raise the sunken spirits of this town, so I would appreciate a dish that I could use as an inspiration for my own cooking. Is 5,000 reeve an appropriate reward? I'll also add in some of my high-quality ingredients as well. I'm not simply looking for a dish that tastes good. I need a creation that can help revitalize this town's very spirit. For example, a dish that uses local specialties. It is a dish that sees its stomach and rises like one's spirits after a taste. Is that too much of a challenge for you? I have no idea what this lady is asking of me. So local specialties definitely means make something with worms, like with worm meat, because that's what these people make. Anything else? I cannot remember anything else. A dish that's easy on the stomach, that don't understand, and rises like one's spirits after a taste. Either that means bread, because bread rises, or it means mana restoration, or it means both.
Lovely, that.
Such confidence. Perhaps you are capable of surprising me. If your cooking proves worthy, I dare say I might actively support your candidacy.
Okay.
A dish using local specialties? Oh, how about mellow milk? That easy food she mentioned, does she mean something soft and fluffy? Maybe she should start with recipes that call for milk.
Let's give it a shot.
Well, it's mellow milk then. It sounds tough, but if we can pull it off, we'll get a reward and a new supporter. Let's make a dish she'll be raving about for days. Okay. Well, I don't know if I can cook, if they will let me cook. That being said, let's get out of the tavern
It's time.
to avoid, this noise. Okay. Well, first things first. Items. We're looking for ingredients, none of which are those. Are they on the use level? Yeah, they are on the use level. Alright, so we have 3 mellow milks. Okay, I mean, might as well do an investigation. Where do you even buy mellow milks? Is an interesting question to ask. I doubt the water guy would sell it, would he? He would, actually. Might as well have the whole thing. And give me 4 more waters. Alright. So having all the mellow milk we can like access to right now. Is this? Huh? It's like another one. What do they call them? Rasthiers? Like, does Hazemane know? Does Hazemane know? Is that his son? Alright, so let's see what we have access to for the milk. Well, cure status ailments for all allies. Doesn't really speak to me. Like, they said something fluffy, so yeah, bit of meat, mellow milk, white bread, perfect. White bread so soft it soothes the soul. All party members gradually recover HP while walking in the dungeon for 60 seconds. I mean, we got everything.
Really?
Let me cook. All right. Well, this is the answer, unquestionably. Making the question of can we cook like right now an interesting one. I'm pretty sure the answer is no to that, but nonetheless, I would like to maybe check in with like would they let me cook? Oh, you know who would let me cook? Fabienne.
Pleasure to see you.
I mean, neither of those I care for. I wanna cook for myself. Do you guys have like a kitchen I could borrow real quick? No, it's just talking to this lady. You know what? Fabienne would let me cook. Alright, off to...
Where to?
The Hast Honeybee. You know what? The Hast Honeybee should be like the first choice in this town, to be perfectly honest. That's our home. Effectively, that's like our home. Fabienne, can I cook? Will you let me cook?
Yeah.
If I help Fabienne cook, I don't want to do either of those. Well, truth be told, we might not have like any choice in the matter anyways. So, yeah. We might just like have to spend the night.
They're calling it.
Alright then.
Alright, back into the world map. Let's go back to Martira.
Let's go.
So here's the deal, right? We're looking for... Like, I'm just assuming we don't have any access to a kitchen right now. So I'm just going to, like, try to move one of these at this point. Bravery is, or rather courage, is the one we need for Brigitte. And we need... either wisdom or imagination to move the guy that's like for Stroll's thing. I am pretty sure like I did this last time. A huge if, not a Rayleaf. Yeah, a huge if is like that kid over there, like that appeared right now. I don't get how or why.
Alright then.
Anything else of interest in this town? No, doesn't seem like it. Let's just check with the apothecary. Like, maybe they have something I might be interested in. Alright, so... Not really, but might as well have like 5 of everything. Yeah, works for me. Alright, Alright, nothing to sell, anything to appraise, nothing to appraise. Alright, well, that makes that, I guess. Yeah, I'm just wasting time right now. We could speak against the cat girl.
Talking nonsense, you are.
All right then.
Well, eloquence is the lowest choice. I'd honestly rather do the things I need done for, like...
Welcome.
I mean, good opportunity for that. Yeah, I'd rather do the things I care to do
Lovely.
for the missions for my friends, right? Because that's the thing that I would like to progress first. So it feels like I should just do the like some people watching or whatever.
Whoa.
Oh wow, you can see Grande Castle from here. This is small compared to the royal capital, but I think a more old-fashioned town like this can be nice too. I think she's already said this.
Okay.
Yeah, good choice. Cricante Castle. I bet it's been around for a long time. The Grand Cathedral's practically new by comparison. You know, the more I think about it, the more the Grand Cathedral feels out of place. Kind of like an eyesore, isn't it? But Cricante Castle feels like it's just a natural part of the landscape. I guess it all depends on how something was built and when.
Come on.
How about you? Do you prefer Cricante Castle or the Grand Cathedral? I mean... The cathedral I do not care, but the royal town I prefer. I like Cricante Castle better. So you prefer a more classic look, huh? It does feel like the town built up around it naturally, so it blends together perfectly.
Sure.
I mean,
but-
you have to put aside what happened inside. Not that the Grand Cathedral has it any better. Kelly and I had a good talk as we admired the castle. I feel like my wisdom has broadened.
All right.
Well, it's moving forward. As Gallica and I headed home, we discussed many things about Martyra, including its people, the shops, and the scenery.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents.
Heh!
Wanted an update? Here's your chance.
Oh, are we going to do like a recap?
So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted.
Okay, got it.
We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Bought and sold? Did they get like a bribe to get out?
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans.
Interesting play. You don't have to participate in the throne tournament because, like, you don't, like, care, I suppose. You get everything you need by just, like, convincing people, which again is my point as to why we're even bothering with this. But admittedly, we've done good for the land, which again might prove, like, positive for us.
And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have His Eminence Forden grinding his teeth, that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
I mean, how are you enjoying the show by being in the Grand Cathedral? Can you teleport?
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you.
Well then, off to the races, what?
I mean, nothing will hit him, that's the whole thing.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Fair enough.
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep.
Like, while the whole thing is going to go up and down?
Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
I guess he is nocturnal, he's gonna sleep in the morning.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
You can have mine.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we bounce the south of the Martira, we'll make it in, I'll say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Well, we're going to have a fight with our favorite brigand.
Whoa!
Wow! So that's Port Brilehaven.
This place here.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? It is a large city of prosperous commerce, due to in no small part to its oceanside proximity, and vision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Neuras?
Tally ho then.
Why, I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
I'm wondering if we will even be allowed to participate without, like, an actual hand. 3 days until we reach Brilehaven. Well, these two people want us to increase our stuff, which I don't really care for. I honestly felt like this would have been a good enough opportunity for Halkenberg to actually like speak with us on the things he wants us to like do. I would like to check outside, see. No, he's not here. All right. Well, obvious question. I'm exhausted. Do you want to ask me something? Doesn't seem like anybody has anything important to say. Maybe we can check in again once we're back in town. Okay. Well, again, I was hoping this might be the opportunity for that. Alright, let's just get this out of the way. Want to make something? If so, you should try to have everyone teach us the Wait, what? I mean, I wanna cook. I don't get what you mean by having them teach us. Like, would he be willing to share? I don't wanna. Alright, so, speaking with you? Well, you've come at the perfect moment. I was thinking I'd put some basic battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Not really.
Well then.
Well, back on my bullshit, I suppose. I just wanted to check, like, if they wanted to actually share anything with me. Yeah, let's cook. We wanna make the magical bread. We don't want to make the magical bread. We want to make the benevolent bread. Fragrant spice, mellow milk, and orgo sugar. It's bread so soft it soothes the soul. We can make two, but I'm going to make just the one.
Alright.
Is that a dish for his base home village? I'll go get him. Oh, that's what you meant. I've heard tell that you mean to cook with dough today. In that case, you were right to summon me. Dough is a most delicate ingredient, and those who lack experience often go afoul of it. But you are in luck today, lad. For I was raised in the grain belt, and our dough shall rise to my standards. I followed Hazemay's lead and began kneading the flour into dough. I'm uncomfortable. Allow me to demonstrate the proper technique, like this and that. Ha! Why do you idle? Come, show me your conviction. Ha!
Don't lose focus.
There is no time to rest. Should we err in either time or heat, all our efforts thus far will be for naught. Wow, we made the fluffiest bread I've ever seen.
In days gone by,
I present to you the taste of my hometown with this benevolent bread. Prepare yourself, you are not ready. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Oh, bro? Our friendship with Maria paid off?
Let's not.
Well, okay, you can still only cook one thing at a time, I suppose. Well, I could actually speak with someone. Might as well plant some heroic seeds.
Yep.
If we can like speed through finishing both the healer and some other stuff.
As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their gauntlet runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety.
I wonder what's happening here.
Leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation that follows a journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
Oi!
Hey, have you heard? There's a bath cask in the back deck now. Okay, so we can take a bath? I've heard enough about whinging about not being able to bathe, so I'll whip something up. It's not elegant, but it will do the job. No doubt it would take too much. No doubt it would take too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of,
I've heard that in certain regions, fruit and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Either a reference to the herb bath in Persona, or like actually just something she said as like a future thing. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider purchase. Thanks to Neurons, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire mag by using it, but you can also add various bath salts. Oh, bath salts! Wait, they actually did sell them somewhere. Did I get any? To the water to improve your abilities.
The breeze feels nice.
But
I tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night. Well, the moth we always get from this. That being said, there's now a bath in the back. Wait, did they mean upstairs? Oh, okay, this is the back deck. They do mean outside. Alright. It's a bath cask.
hey there.
I hear from Euros. Apparently we can either entrance this or make it even better by putting something in the hot water first. If you put in something that smells good, I bet it will feel nice. A leisurely soak in here should relieve fatigue and anxiety in my mind and body. You might even get some mag as well. Well, I might, maybe I should put in something in the fresh water, in the hot water. I mean, we got the fleeting fountain of youth, might as well use it. Oh, he's actually just bathing. He's like garlic around. What's happening? A sweet fragrance envelops me, as though it had broken free to frolic through the flower-filled meadow. A lot of alliteration, that one kind of surprised me. I feel like both my body and my heart have gotten lighter. Protagonist agility increased by 2. I obtained mag from the bath. I got out of the bath and went back after cooling off for a bit. Well, you know, might as well have like a leisurely day. Might as well like smell nice for the hunter.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ashen City the day after tomorrow. Yes, mate, you've erected a tent above, haven't you? To take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart. Though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of,
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, why do you hear Yuji are capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but we're rather more for gliding. Did like we'll go to do some gossiping with Halkenberg? What was that? In 2 days we'll be in Port Brilehaven. We've really gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think? Well, alright. We've had like a day of leisure. I feel both courage and wisdom are worth upgrading. Let's go with wisdom first. That being said, like, can we just like...
What now?
I'm just going to, like, keep insisting upon the fact that if I did wisdom, I did it for a reason.
well met.
Well, you've come at the perfect moment. Yeah. You wanna play a video game? Yes, sir.
All right.
Then let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter, shall we? I mean, you could at least teach me the game if I don't know it. If that's how you plan to make your advance, then... I can't make any more moves, that's the match. My, I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy comes at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once felt in my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. I think I'm reading a little bit too quickly. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
that's why.
It is for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur again. You're so strong.
Well then.
You're so strong, Hankenberg.
No.
I am nothing of the sort. My body bears the scars of my myriad weaknesses. That said, it is quite a pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and continue and create a country where we can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of my experiences on this journey, my victories and of course my failures too. And in so doing, I would see the Royal Guard elevated to new heights, I hope. You can do it!
Yeah.
If anyone can do that, it's you, Hagenberg.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeed in given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. It is hard to believe it's your first foray into such a responsibility. Perhaps you have a natural talent for this. Or you have like a superpower person that like... And also you're a friend with the writer. Though to call it talent is a disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. You honor me. I am spitting in platitudes, but such praise from a knight is quite an honor.
True.
It was you and Gallica that set the course of this journey in motion. I think there is some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt my wisdom grow after listening to Hackenberg's advice.
Alright.
4 stars, that's nice. Again, it's nice to see some actual indication as to how close we are. That's like a big upgrade from Persona 5 where you just like guesstimated at best.
Alright.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There are some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Kalkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while.
Nura speaking.
This is Nuras. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
The city ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilehaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
Are we going to have like an actual fight? I'm not sure if I have the archetypes ready for it. A very pretty wallpaper, not gonna lie. It is a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Yeah, he would be the one most affected, surely. Something wrong, lad? Did the Gauntlet Runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant. Let's head back.
Well then.
Let's call it a day and head back.
Thanks.
I appreciate the concern, but really, I'm fine. I know what destroyed this village. I have no doubt about this. This is the work of a human. Indeed. The scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind the monster attacks or acts of war. Okay! That was a long sentence. I'd appreciate a comma or something. Right. I don't know if the magma crystals are what attracted the humans here, but the attacks caused them, or if the attacks caused them, but my hometown will eventually stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all the lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way.
Alright.
Well, we've definitely surpassed courage on this one.
Hey!
But so much sense not to that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Nearest can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So,
Let's put this place behind us. What, is he not gonna make a drawing? Okay, no, he did make a drawing. By the by, I made another drawing. The picture will bring viewers no joy, but it's an important sight to document nonetheless. Yep. I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks
So I
below
feel
the
like that
horizon,
means we
the
shouldn't show that
Gauntlet
to
Runner
Maria.
arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
The day after tomorrow will be in real maritime city. I bet that we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us. You know, it's so weird as a person that lives in, like, essentially a seaside country. It's so wild to me that some people just, like, never see the sea. I know it's sort of like, yeah, obviously some people don't see the sea, but okay, so hold on. What was the thing that Stroll likes to make? A red grass roasted bidu. We have plenty of this to make, so 400 HP incurs burn for one ally. The 400 HP is more important, it feels like.
let's check.
That's a dish Trolls want to make. Wait here, I'll go get him. I feel like this is, since this takes no time, even if we only make the one thing, might as well like actually make a few foods, right? Quality meal is delicious all on its own, but if you prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. To echo something I've heard anyways. In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day. So make what you know, huh? I began preparing the food with Stroll.
Got it?
Heat control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. We must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. Phew. With that done, we're nearly to the finish line. It wouldn't be so exacting if this was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. Very true. It's actually, I know this is kind of weird to say, it's so comfortable when you just like make food for yourself, like you don't care if something bad happens, but like if you cook for yourself or for like someone else, or if someone else sometimes cooks for you, they're always so worried that you like even minor imperfections, and I'm kind of two weird ways. I'm picky eater because I don't like weird textures, but I can actually survive a lot of imperfections, if that makes sense. Like, I don't mind if something is like slightly burnt as long as I can eat it, if that makes sense. It's roasted beetle. That aroma really whets the appetite. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Can't cook any further, but still.
Hey there!
Wow, the hero's fruit brought fruit! Why don't we harvest it?
Whoa!
2 heroes fruits, okay. Leave that be at the moment. Hannibal wants to speak to us about imagination, whereas you wanna speak to us about imagination. Well, okay. Okay, I suppose we will speak to Hazemay.
Ah, it's you.
Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. Let's say we take a little rest and talk a moment. Actually, hold on.
If so.
Yeah, give me like literally 1 second.
Now.
I'm gonna make a decision here.
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
The rest is fine, I feel. The gunner can steal if we need to steal. Okay. I just want to make sure that when we go for a fight, we don't... we're not unprepared. Like, and yeah, having the wizard out when he only knows like literally 1 spell, probably not the smart decision.
Good grief.
Goodness, time to bid farewell to Martira, isn't it? Can't help but feel a connection to that place. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martira. The air there agrees with my skin more than Grand Trudge. It's nice and quiet.
That's right.
Yes, on this subject in particular, we're in full agreement. Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard people that I heard before that you received this mission from the hidden village, where His Highness and the Prince resides. That was a confusing sentence to read? Ah, right, my apologies. I didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. Your tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the chief. I will not pry if you'd rather not discuss this. That's actually a very interesting sprite. There are none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of their past, myself included. But if that truly is the case, then perhaps it is not one's past that defines the character, but what they do in the present and the future. If we were to all face the future together, then perhaps someday we could find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from the novel you carry. I felt my imagination grow as Hazemay and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
Alright.
I'm glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I will keep you company in its stead. Again, he's more of a nocturnal person, yeah. Hazemay and I talked for a while. I was ridiculing my bad rating, not like the guy.
The new king draws nearer.
Quite.
Ah, the salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brilehaven by tomorrow. Seawater, I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assumed that's what it was. And so we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean that we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
who seemed it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Euras, do you remember that we're relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way? What's that supposed to mean? Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean.
That reminds me.
Nura said the waters around Brilehaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that.
Well,
What now?
so follower-wise, I mean, Hanniberg likes a sublime spoonful, whereas Neuras likes a rainbow Roquefort, and just out of like general information, Brigitte likes pure nectar, and like Maria likes benevolent bread. Didn't we already make benevolent bread? Isn't that the same food? Invincible noodles. Okay. Alright, I think I'm getting what's going to happen here. So, invincible noodles, black spoonful, or the rainbow rock fat, or whatever. Wait, what does Gallica like? A fruit blend. Okay. Let's see if we can make any of those for the sake of like learning what they are about. Oh, that's interesting. That means we've like actually made the thing with a person. Okay. Well, invisible noodles we can make. That's about the only thing we can. Yeah, that's pretty much all of it. That looks fine. Critical meatballs.
That.
Only Hackenberg knows how to cook that alcohol here.
Hail!
I have considered this topic for quite a while. It is not true that the meat tastes better when consumed by mouthful, rather via tiny bits, rather than via tiny, polite little bites. I read this completely wrong. It is my preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture, whilst increasing one's show's strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. Probably because, like, people just don't, want to, like, take a mouthful of meat and, like, have to use, I don't know, like, plus you can make more things, like, you make a meatball, you can add something in it. You cannot add something into a steak, can you? I prefer only the most restrained applications of seasoning as well. It is best to let the ingredients' natural flavors thrive. If animals must forfeit their lives to sate our hunger, then the least we can do is honor them is to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. I started preparing food with Hankenberg, making sure to follow her minimalistic methods with the ingredients. That's a very interesting sound. With chose prime ingredients on this day, I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it's complete.
Good.
A pleasing aroma, is it not? That indescribable acidity belies the dish's depth. I love how she's like already munching on the Sprite. It's so novel and unique. I've never tasted anything like this and may never again.
Alright.
The critical meatballs are complete. An enchanting aroma, is it not? Why do they not show me what it looks like? Thanks to speed cooking? Yeah. Alright, well, that makes that. nobody's around? Well, we can always do our swords. Where will Hackenberg be? I mean, if she's not downstairs, she might be taking a bath. No, wait, we're moving. She said that it will move too much if we just did that, so yeah. Admittedly, just like... There's a fluffy bag that's perfect sitting on. If I sat on it, I don't think I would be able to move. Okay. Well... Let's give this a quick look just to make sure. Sorry, give me a second. Paris. Read the Oceana entry, perfect. The handwriting is scary and haphazard. The old man had a hunch about the tomb northwest of Brilehaven. Wasn't there a care cemetery or something? The one where the victims of that epidemic were buried, it says. If I'm around Brilehaven, I should keep an eye out for this cemetery in case there's a lady in there. I completely did not read this correctly at all. Okay. Well, the only person that seems to want to speak with us is Stroll, so that's pretty much what we're going to do. Oh, Hackenberg is here, wanting to speak about wisdom. We've spoken enough about wisdom. I do believe that, like, speaking once or twice about this would actually get us there, but...
Now then.
Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got it.
Again, doesn't this series shake like a lot? Naturally, it's more than sharpen one's blade, but one must take special care of the tip. The tip is most effective when facing out against armored opponents, to pierce gaps in the armor rather than slashing at them.
That being the case...
That all said, what's the most important quality of the sword for the manner of attack? The lightness of the blade? I'll say the lightness of the blade. That's important, yes, but the key is keeping the point thin and sharp. My father always said that, and I always think of it when doing sword maintenance. Inspired by Stroll's martial teachings, I feel like my courage has somewhat increased.
Alright.
For nobles, a sword is ornamental. Still, my father emphasized the importance of its practical use. Indeed, as a child, I was lost around the sword. Learning those lessons back then is how I can fight alongside you today. I am constantly reminded of how indebted I am to my parents. I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons.
Gauntlet Runner sighted!
Enemy is coming our way, or so I thought. Looks like it's that Mrs. Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time.
Hey!
Hey, you lot! Yeah, that Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch. I will sort of fuse you now. Well, that means if you don't come out right now, kaboom! So the young missus say. I'm hoping you're all willing to act.
Certainly.
Don't worry, we won't take this lying down.
Wait, they're coming on board on the other end? Well, now we have to accept their challenge.
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
Give me a break, lady.
Oh wait, we're dressed in like...
Your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Clear off! There's moth to play!
Alright. It's not like I won't take that.
But so have we. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Now accept your fate. Nothing personal.
So
It's
much
okay.
for that.
We can do
Couldn't
this.
steal or can't steal? Hold on.
Now's the
Looks like you've gotten
Gun
stronger.
up. I'll
So
take
have
this.
we.
What a blunder.
Couldn't.
Fight with pride.
We'll give this another go, I feel, but
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Come forth, royal soul. Light.
Last
All right.
chance to give up.
Swordmaster.
oh, he's still on the double element. That's fine. It's not like we have to keep mana for this fight.
I'll cut you down.
Let's do this fair and square.
strength.
Magic Knight's hammer. Oh, is that like a Magic Knight and Gunner thing? Okay.
Perhaps not this. Moving to the front.
Oh, power of heroes.
Oh, so yeah, I
Not
forgot.
now.
I forgot the knight just doesn't like
Stepping
do a
back
lot.
With blade in hand. Strike me if you dare.
Is that all? Falkenberg's guard is down.
Now we strike. I must be sure.
Wait, hold on.
Witness our strength.
Oh, with Kaltenberg. Okay.
I must stay calm.
No, there is no reason for that. Just like
Nothing personal.
give this one more try.
Sorry.
Nothing. Why, hello there.
See?
Power of healing. I'm all prepared. Not this. The next one's yours.
Ready to lose?
Let's get on with it.
Extreme physical slash damage to all enemies. Decrease their attack for 3 turns.
Fall.
I'm liking the sound of extreme.
Slash.
Allies together. Not this skill. Come.
Why are you so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped. You'll feel this one. Dodged it.
She tried to do something there for sure.
Falkenberg's guard is down.
Gun up. Fall.
That's nothing.
Didn't get poisoned really, but that's fine. Yeah, should be fine.
We're not out of this yet.
Quite a boon.
I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Let's
After
do
me.
this fair and square.
On your guard.
I'll cut you down. They die hard.
She doesn't seem to have like any weaknesses, to be perfectly honest.
You'll feel this one. Sounds anxious. Pretty good at targeting him.
All right.
Still fight.
Well, suddenly I'm happy
The captain's on his last.
I actually
Someone get him healed up.
spent the time to heal there.
Your Highness.
My thanks.
Falkenberg's fighting her anxieties.
You
Keep the
are
enemies
good.
off her.
Well, okay. Kind of wondering if we can give 2 turns to Will. We probably can't. Am I seriously glad I lowered their attack, by the way?
But a wise choice.
Falkenberg's guard is down. You are good.
A 100 HP to all allies might be as good as we get to it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the correct move.
This calls for one of these. I knew you'd help.
My thanks.
Twas needed.
How
I'll stay my blade.
And with like her being unable to control her archetype,
Now accept your fate. This should suffice.
You're finding your chance while hawking for adventure.
Longer.
Only a flesh wound.
The reason why I went for that is because, like, we know that Will is weak to everything, so if there was any chance for us to, like, avoid damage there,
Quite a boon.
I'm obliged.
that would be the way for it.
Swordmaster! What a mess. Let's get on with it!
Please allow me.
Hack and slash! Tougher than I thought.
Captain,
By the
you've
sworn
got your
oath of
defenses
knighthood.
down.
I defer to you.
You are good.
Should be fine.
No. Why? Oh, why? I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
I mean, you should be proud. You actually almost got us there.
A halfway decent result.
I admit, it feels good to get stronger.
I've lost.
If I could just beat you,
I don't know how to do her voice.
if I could just beat you, I asked for you to join me. But that power of yours is really something. But don't you dare is teasing, because I will next. Will win next time. Stop preparing now. You got it?
Katharina, cheer up.
Yeah?
I saw your honor, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say.
Ah, Euryticus. Who do you think I am exactly?
Ah, pardon me. I know perfectly well. You're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh.
Are those people migrating to find work? Even though it might kill them in the end?
Other option the Paripus like them have. It might be dangerous, but you've got to break some eggs to make an omelette.
That doesn't sound right when said about people. Euryticus, wait. Take this and see if you can stop everywhere from living. If you what? Sorry, I don't. What? And see if you can stop everyone from living for now.
Hey,
Good news, you lot. Katharina has made a generous donation. Thank you. Now we can eat for once.
Listen to me.
Listen, everyone.
I know there are times of trying, but this cannot work into the answer. If you can hold out for just a little longer, I swear, I'm gonna set things right for us.
well then.
I don't know how to do a cognitive. I'm sorry. You will get what you get. Now there we are. I believe in you, Katharina.
I heard that monster slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my little campaign fund. Just a small price to pay for helping out my people. But it will last them what, a few weeks at most. They'll be heading out to find work again in no time. Just can't fathom dying to earn a living. And the fat cats are all too happy to see the Paripus take them up on it.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is over bodies on their bloody heads. They'll screw just dry, so I'll screw them right back.
Is money the answer? Will handing out money make this better?
I got no clue myself. But I had to try something.
But
Even now, turns out those people aren't gonna survive. And I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was lucky, you know. I had the strength to push through and survive. The truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
that's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. We'll stay around as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done, but they only say that because the Paripus are right where they want them, beneath everybody.
It just ain't right.
They couldn't have the Paripus start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is.
Let's change things.
Sure.
That's exactly what I plan on doing, Will. And with anyone able to take the throne, now that it's the time to do it. Which means I can't just hand it to you either.
Thanks.
Much obliged, Will. We may be enemies, but I like having those talks.
I mean, we're not enemies, we're rivals. That's different. Like, an enemy you kill, a rival, like, you fight and try to stop, but, like, you're not actually trying to kill.
I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still I reached out to the recruitment center, and we shouldn't be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. Well, I keep taking those monsters down. We'll beat this world into piece together.
I have in Katharina's indignation towards the world's absurdities, as well as your deep faith in me. The loyal hunter, Katharina, keeper and inheritor of the Brawler's virtues.
No.
Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to
A
blossom.
new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny. Well, new archetype for Stroll just dropped, Pugilist, and Bandy bonus. 5,000 pairs of Bandy rewards in each city's recruitment center. Right in the dig. You're gonna study the Pugilist in Academia. Yeah, we know. Thank you.
Haha, next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure. So don't go dying on me.
As the shadows are stretched to their limits before darkness takes them, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
So we'll be arriving tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brilehaven is.
Okay. Well, that being said, now would be a pretty good opportunity to just like check this real quick. Brawler of 20, obviously, and you're on 12. Like, honestly, that's like your focus. Those two are your focus, unquestionably. Like increasing your mage is like a side quest at best. Plus, there's something we do not know. Truth be told, I was half expecting the thing we did not know to be the Pugilist, like the second level of the Brawler. So, with the Swordmaster being a level 10 already, which is like a good place for that to be, we might just want to switch Stroll into the Brawler for a bit.
With these fists, I strike for justice.
Just so that he gets all the way to like level 20. And we had this, might as well like boost the situation a little bit. Because we also want to finish off the healer here. Alright. We make 2 fruits, we like use them. You know, let's give you like both a little bonus on this one. Okay, like 100 is nothing apparently. Like he's doing all the dirty tricks. He's got the knight, he's got the gunner, the thief, he's got the gunner. I feel like he's in the correct direction. Everyone is pretty much in the correct direction, so we needn't worry too much about this. Touring ensemble, and I want you to also go into your normal royal guard attire. Perfect. They didn't make any DLC clothes for Gallica? Come on, guys. Wait, why are you just showing me the archetypes and not like the actual person? Whatever. Another Dream Eater moth. They only have Dream Eater moths around here. Neurez, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, dash it.
Quite a relief. The nightmare of Martyr is finally behind us. The core problem might be resolved, but I imagine the trauma is going to linger on the town for a while later. For a while yet. Humans are terrifying.
Right.
I wish I could say they've been redeeming qualities to them, but you're quite right. Frightful beasts, a lot of them. Yeah, all humans tend to be pretty crazy looking. Well, now we're hunting tragic atrocities on the Maiden Horizon at least, so hopefully it's all downhill from here. What? Isn't downhill like bad? Well, increasing imagination is possible. Increasing imagination is possible. Or... Well, we increase our imagination with someone. Haven't spoken to Hackenberg for like 2 days. Let's speak with Hackenberg today. Again, I was honestly expecting her to like want this travel to be, or like anytime we would travel again, for her to be like the next step to her friendship thing.
Well met.
Oh wait, hold on. I wanna do... Not right now. Like, I promise you, it's gonna take a little second. Been playing for like an hour, might as well give it a save.
Well met.
Well met. Don't suppose you've as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, why don't we talk a bit? By recalling the past and planning for the future, yeah. I was very taken with the sandworm dish. It is incredible that pairing a unique ingredients of Martyra with poor city spices could result in something so divine. When two dissimilar things that would never meet cross paths, an unexpected synergy can occur. Put that way, could not the same be said for our powers? That's a good example, sir. I don't agree, but whatever. Because we don't have dissimilar powers, we actually have quite similar powers. We've just like awakened them, maybe because we have like this. I don't know. What are those things? Are they like to place armor upon? I knew you'd understand, as only one who's eaten of the same sandworm dish could. I don't think that's the thing. You know how sometimes when the powers within us resonate together, they can erupt into a move we'd never have conceived of prior. Perhaps the interweaving of these various diverse powers is what we'd call a miracle.
Hail!
The hero kings of yore fought alone and were ultimately beaten. I feel the responsibilities available to us as we fight together far outstrip theirs. Is my mic like too quiet? Let's move it like a little bit closer just to make sure. Choosing to engage with the unknown when you encounter it can bring about the power to change the world, and I'm really looking forward to the next city. Kalkimerg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination has increased.
Alright.
Sorry, had to cough real quick. It's getting late, but not unmanageably so. What say you? Shall we stay up a while longer? Hageman and I talked for a while.